Today I'm reviewing the Penelope Havana Batch 2. I'm Amanda, and this is Wild for Whiskey. This is a straight bourbon whiskey, so at least 4 years old, that is double finished in maple syrup and Caribbean rum barrels. Coming in at 93 proof, it has a mash bill of 74% corn, 16% wheat, 7% rye, and 3% malted barley. If this mash bill sounds familiar, that's because it's identical to the mash bill for Penelope's wheated bourbon. This is part of Penelope's Cooper series, which includes Havana, Rio, the Rosé cask finish, the Tokai cask finish, and Valencia. While a Cooper is the person who makes a barrel, the Cooper series is actually named for the founder's son. All of them are international spins on the Penelope that we know and love. The bottles in this series are finished in different sourced casks from around the world. First released in 2025, the inspiration for Havana is its namesake. I'm hoping that this pour reminds me of the Caribbean, so let's go ahead and dive in. Immediately, that maple syrup, just straight on the nose, that is the very, very first thing that I got. It definitely has a really sweet nose. Just a hint of spice. It's almost like apple pie spice. Not an apple pie, but just the spice mixture that you put into an apple pie. And with all those sweet maple syrup and sort of caramely notes. That is really sweet. I'm expecting this to be a little bit of a dessert in a glass. Let's see how it tastes. Okay, that's really interesting. Immediately I was getting the maple syrup, and it's almost like you lace just a little bit of rum into a maple syrup and then put it in some kind of almost apricot dessert. I'm getting a lot of apricot on that. That is really, really good. Really interesting because you can definitely taste both the maple syrup and the rum, but neither one is really overpowering anything about this pour. There's a little bit of vanilla kind of on the mid palate, and then towards the back, all those baking spices are really coming through again. And the finish, man, I've only had one sip. It is still lingering. I'm getting a little bit of leather, just a hint of tobacco on the finish. That's very nice. That is such an interesting pour. It's definitely maple syrupy, and even the mouthfeel is a little bit syrupy. It's a little bit of a thick mouthfeel. I don't hate that. That is really good. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time with this, see what other notes I get out of it, and then I'm gonna come back and give you my final thoughts and rating. I've spent some more time with this, and it is a really, really good pour. The more time I spent with it, the more that maple syrup just kept coming through. Some of those rum flavors backed off just a little bit, but it is so sweet. That apricot really turned into more of a sort of peachy note, a really fresh peach. On sort of the mid and side palates, I'm getting a lot of baking spice, and it's sticking with that apple pie spice, a lot of nutmeg, a lot of cinnamon, a lot of clove, and I am definitely here for it. That is seriously just so, so, so good. The finish is really, really long. I'm thoroughly impressed by the finish on this. As it sort of sits with me, gosh, that peach is just really coming through. That finish is like a spiced peach that was doused in rum and flambéed almost. It's so good. I'm absolutely loving this. If I get an opportunity to get a backup of this, I definitely will be. And at about an $80 MSRP, this is a very solid pour in my opinion. So again, definitely getting a backup. In terms of a rating, getting a backup if I can. In terms of a rating, I'm gonna give it a 7.7. Very, very solid pour. Very happy with this. If you've had this, whether it was the batch 1 or the batch 2, or if you've been lucky enough to get both of them and try them side by side, please let me know what you thought down in the comments. I'm really curious to hear what people's thoughts are about this one. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe.